Welcome back, my thrill seekers. I'm your host, Dr. Luke. The topic I want to talk about today is developing a huge network. This was very uncomfortable for me. Even though I'm doing YouTube videos, I know that you think I'm probably some sort of extrovert. I'm constantly with clients. You see me, doing stuff all over YouTube, and I've done public speaking. Guess what? Ask any really close family member or friend of mine, and they will tell you I'm an extreme introvert. I just happen to be in the comfort of my own office, so I'm very comfortable speaking to a camera, right? But meeting new people is not easy for me. It hurt. It drains me because it's not my personality. It's not who I am. But I can tell you that networking has been the single most important factor for the success of our company. And that's because you eventually know a guy who knows a girl, who knows a girl, who knows a guy, who knows a guy. That ends up leading to some sort of business. Now, you don't network just for the purpose of business. I know that's mostly it, but I'm going to tell you, true, genuine connections have actually been the most valuable thing that we have. So I want to be careful to get away from there's networking and then there's building relationships, nurturing those relationships. And so I use the networking to meet people. Once you meet the people, then you cultivate and you nurture those relationships that are going to add value both personally and professionally. So having that network is going to be very, very important. Now, I don't sell a product. Like I don't make, cups or, mouse or statues, for instance. We do a service. And in the service industry, I'm going to tell you right now, if you think you're going to get in for marketing or consulting of any kind or training, you name it, you do not just get in there in most cases by walking in cold and watching, Grant Cardone say, I'm going to cold call these people and I'm just going to sell them and you watch me do it. Not in our industry. It doesn't work that way. I'm going to tell you right now, you don't just walk in cold and think you're going to go talk to somebody that is a purse string puller. Because if you don't talk to somebody who's pulling purse strings, well, step one, you're talking to the wrong person, or at least if it's somebody who can influence the purse strings being pulled, that has access to a budget or whatever. But the point with building my network and actually talking to people is because you want to learn how you can exchange value for one another. There's a lot of value in these relationships. People know people. And if I know 10 people who also know 10 people, start doing the math on how big that gets very, very quickly. And then eventually somebody says, hey, I don't actually do that, but I know a guy who does, or I know a girl who does. And that's what we do for each other. Right? That's how it works. Or, hey, will you come white label under me? I know you do this particular coaching and I don't do that type of coaching. I coach executives and, you coach frontline. Well, that's great. Why don't you come in and we'll do your cultural impact assessment for us and just white label under our company? And then they call us and say, will you white label under me so I can land this contract? Absolutely. That's how the business world works in the beginning. You don't try to hoard all the business for yourself. You do it by cultivating that network and really nurturing it. But again, I want to come back to what I feel like is the most important point. All of the business that we've landed, and I mean all of it, has come from networking. It has not come from proposal writing, and it has not come from LinkedIn or anywhere else. It has come from networking. All of it, 100% of our entire book of business is by networking. And so you want to cultivate the right relationships. And again, let me come full circle again to the point I was making, is that you want to cultivate genuine and nurture genuine, authentic relationships. People know when they're being used. I've been used by people to say, they'll try to develop a relationship with me, but they're just trying to get at the other people. And again, I just, believe it or not, read that in I'm not picking on certain people. I guess it's kind of Grant Cardone picking on today, but when he says, that type of stuff, give me 5, tell your friend to give me 5 people that, I can call right now. You're going to make a lot of people mad when you start you start handing out your network and disrespecting them like that. I personally wouldn't give it, even if it was Grant Cardone asking me for 5 of the people, unless I spoke with them, asked them individually, told them the context of it, and then I would make that introduction for them. I would not give out numbers and names for anyone in my network. Our business has been successful because of the network. Nothing more, nothing less. So develop genuine, authentic, lasting relationships, both personally and professionally. And you watch the success that happens when you grow together. You help one another. It's a whole lot easier than taking this thing on your own. Hope this helps. You keep doing what you love.